Tess. Tess, do you need me?
Nash!
Tess? Is that you?
Yes, it is me, and I want her the hell out of here.
No, Tess, it's all right, honey. It's me. His mom. Nikki's gone.
Yeah, like you tell the truth.
It is the truth, and we're here to help.
Help me what, disappear? Because let's face it, this isn't exactly a meeting of the Tess fan club.
Tess.
Yeah, you can barely stand to call me that. Listen, you want to help? If anybody can help me, it's Nash. So where is he? What did they do with him?
We didn't do anything. He went back to California.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that, not without me.
Problems.
Oh, there's a problem here right now, so I'm out of here.
Tess, sit out.
I don't think so, buddy. You see, I'm holding all the cards here. So either you get Nash on the phone, or this conversation's over.
Will you be having the salmon mousse for lunch?
Oh, I can always count on you, Wiley. Same time, same joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Manning is a man who murdered his own child.
No, he didn't.
How the hell did you get in here?
Todd didn't murder Margaret Cochran. He's being set up.
Poor Margaret. Never had a chance.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I'm the guy who's going to make all of your dreams come true.
Actually, honey, you're wrong. You're not holding all the cards.
You threatening me?
No, I'm being honest. Jessica agreed to let you out so that we could talk to you. Jessica decided this.
Jessica's an idiot.
Attacking Jessica's not going to help anything.
Well, Jessica has you all snowed.
Why? Why would she do that?
Well, do you really think that she let me out in the interests of medical science? She let me out for her own selfish reasons.
And what selfish reasons would those be?
And what selfish reasons would those be? Because she wants to get to the bottom of our deep, dark secret.
I think that's a very good idea.
You almost sounded like you meant that.
I do, if it will help Jessica.
Well, Jessica is not the only one that has stake in this.
I know from experience that what is good for Jessica is good for you.
Well, Jessica doesn't know the secret. I'm the only one that knows it, so I guess I'm holding all the cards here, guys.
What about Nikki? She knows.
What about Nikki? According to you, Nikki's not around. But I'm not so sure of that. You don't want to risk letting anything out, do you?
Jessica knows there's a secret. She just doesn't know what it is.
Well, you know, cart before the horse here, guys. I haven't discussed my terms yet.
Terms?
Yes, terms. You see, I'm not going to stroll down memory lane until I get to speak to Nash.
Well, actually, your mother,
She's not my mother.
Mrs. Davidson, is correct. You're not in control here, and you can't make demands.
Oh, I'm not demanding anything. I'm just telling you the truth. Unless I get to speak to Nash, I'm not going to say a word, and you know I got the willpower to back it up, so.
Boy, I hope you never have to do any undercover work.
Meaning what?
Meaning that not only are your police files sticking out from under the covers, but you look about as guilty as hell.
Well, honey, do me a favor and send me to bed without any supper, okay? Because the food in this hospital just stinks.
All right. How about a plea bargain?
Okay.
I let you do some work, and you don't hassle me when I tell you.
Tell me what?
I'd like to keep you here a couple more days.
No, Paige, come on. I'm as healthy as a horse.
Yes, a horse that just got shot in the neck, had major surgery, and lost about half of his blood volume.
Yeah, but how am I going to tell Matthew that both of his parents are going to be in the hospital at Christmas?
Come on, you know. Everyone in your family and everyone here will make sure that Matthew has a good Christmas.
I know. You know, you've already helped him get through all of this as much as you have me.
Well, I'm crazy about him. He's a great kid.
Yeah, I'm crazy about my doctor. Kiss me. Oh boy, really swept you right off your feet with that one, didn't it?
You know, I do have a vested interest in making sure you're up to this task. Yeah, my first rule, do no harm.
Yeah, no harm. I've never had a doctor give such strong motivation to my recovery.
Oh, it's good to see you smile.
Well, yeah, I'm happy. I mean, we're headed to great places together. And as long as I can't be released, do you think maybe I could at least get out of this room for a little while? I'm going nuts in here.
Great. You want to go to the sunroom? There's a great view of the parking lot.
No, you know what? I think I'd like to visit Nora.
You gotta get better, you know? I miss you.
She's the one who prosecuted that Manning guy the first time around. Too bad she's not up to round 2.
Yeah. You know what, though? I wouldn't worry about it too much. You know that I know Hugh Hughes, right? And anybody who's guilty, there's no way he's gonna get away with it.
Think he's up to it? He looks like just another pretty face on TV.
He is pretty drop-dead gorgeous, isn't he? But you know, he's an amazing prosecutor, and he's been working around the clock on this case.
You know what he does 24 hours a day?
Well, what can I say? We're close.
Hey.
Hey! How long have you been standing there?
Oh, I just got here.
Oh,
You have Nora's chart?
I'm gonna get going. See you later.
Maybe you could hang out a minute. I have some news about my future. Well, she's right. She doesn't have to talk if she doesn't want to.
Am I supposed to be grateful now?
No. No, I just thought that if you want to talk to Nash, you should be able to.
Oh, well, thank you, Antonio. Thank you very much. I'm a real person, aren't I?
I also think you need to agree that once you speak to Nash, you have to cooperate with the doctor.
You mean spill my beans?
Talk to him about your childhood.
Well, that happened at a very early age.
You know, Tess, I know you like to joke around, but this is serious to us, and I'm not going to allow you to keep playing us. Sooner or later, you got to live up to your end of the bargain.
Fine.
You know the number to the winery?
Well, yes, I do, Antonio. It is my house. It's 916-555-0139. And please be sure to dial 1 before you place your call.
Jess? Is it you?
No, Nash, it's me, Antonio.
What is it? Is it the baby?
No, the Jess and the baby are fine. The reason I'm calling,
Yeah.
well, I'm here with Dr. Fox. Jessica has agreed to let Dr. Fox hypnotize her to help bring Tess back up.
Well, did it work? Is Tess there?
Yes. Yes, she's here and she wants to talk to you.
Put her on.
Nash, hey, are you there? Is that really you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's me. I miss you, baby. It is so good to hear your voice.
Baby, I miss you too. I miss you so much that it hurts. You went back to California? How could you leave me?
I don't know that this was such a good idea.
You're the one that keeps reminding me that Tess is a part of Jessica. I guess that means we have to start listening to her.
There was a fire? Nobody told me that.
Well, the caretaker made it sound like a much bigger deal than it was. It's the only reason I left Landview.
Well, how bad was it?
Well, it's the destemmer, but it's nothing near what I imagined it to be when I was flying over here. It's all under control.
Was the cottage okay?
It's fine. It's fine. It's a little cold. I had to light a fire last night.
Oh, I wish I was sitting there by the fire with you.
Yeah, me too. Hey, and you will be. I promise. How are you? How's the baby?
Fine, I guess.
Antonio's there, isn't he? He's listening in.
Yeah, Antonio's always here. But I belong to you, baby. Only you. Body and soul.
So, what's going on?
An opportunity has come up.
You're not, that doesn't mean you're gonna leave Lambview, does it?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, I applied to do some special training as a fellow in the surgical department.
That's great.
Yeah, if I'm chosen, I'm going to be working very closely with Dr. Spencer Truman.
Oh, Michael, you admire him so much. You talk about him all the time.
Right, which is why I'm really hoping it goes through.
Oh, it's going to go through. You know it is. You're a great doctor.
I don't know, Marcy. There's a lot of competition, you know? I mean, all the surgical residents in the hospital want to work with Truman. He's the best.
You stay away from me. I know how to use this thing.
Sure you do, Margaret. I'm only here because, well, I just want to help you get what you want.
But you don't even know me. How can you know what I want?
I know you want Todd Manning. I know you want him to be a father to that baby that you're carrying. Am I close?
How do you know that?
I know a lot of things, Margaret. I know you want the three of you to be a family.
Just leave me alone!
You and I have something very important in common, Margaret.
You were on my dance card at the debutante ball, right?
And we both want Todd's relationship with Blair Kramer to go up in smoke, don't we? So if you're willing to go along with what I have in mind, that's exactly what'll happen.
What the hell is this?
Santa thinks that's a dandy Christmas present for baby killer. I've seen the autopsy photos, you sick bastard.
Let me see if I've heard you correctly. You think Margaret Cochran died accidentally while trying to fake her own death?
Yes.
Which would mean that she strangled herself.
There were a lot of weeds in the lake. The weeds wrapped around her neck and strangled her.
I've read the autopsy report, Miss Kramer. Margaret Cochran wasn't choked to death by plants.
Well, Todd didn't choke her to death either. He didn't lay a finger on her while she was in that boat.
So he told you about being in the boat with Margaret?
Yes, he told me everything.
That's great. That's really great.
Why?
Because I had no idea Manning took the victim out in a boat. And now I have his statement to that fact.
Hey, look at you. You're up and about.
Yeah, sort of.
He's a little grumpy.
Well, I don't relish seeing Nora like this, that's all.
Any change, Michael?
No. I'm sorry, Bo. After what you did for my brother, I really wish that I could give you better news.
That's okay. Can you help me through the door, honey?
Sure, I'll help you out.
You know what? I think this is something that I need to do alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'll get the door for you.
Well, Nora, look at the two of us. Quite a pair, aren't we?
So have you been out to the bar? Are people asking about me?
Antonio, this can't be easy for you. She's got a whole nother life out there. With him.
So when are you coming back?
I'm catching the next flight out.
You're a pig. I didn't even get to say goodbye.
I kept my end of the bargain. Now it's your turn. Tell us about Jessica when she was a child.
Well, it didn't happen to Jessica. It happened to me. She bailed and let me handle the situation. And if she knew what really happened, she'd take a hike permanently.
Oh, is that what you're worried about?
Yes, of course she is. The whole purpose of an altar is to protect the host.
You're buying into that?
Oh, up to a point, absolutely. The problem is that frequently the altar does things that are not in the best interests of the host personality.
Oh, well, you can trust me. Jessica doesn't want to know what I know.
It's not what Jesse says.
Well, it'll push her right over the edge.
Look, what happened to her, whatever I did, it happened when Jessica was a little girl. She's an adult now. And she'll never be integrated unless she finds out what happened.
It's what she's afraid of.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't want to integrate.
Tess, you're not going to disappear.
No, I won't disappear, but I'll end up with him. And you know what? That's worse. So I'm not going to help you. I am not going to lose my identity, and I sure as hell am not going to lose Nash.
Hello, Nash. Long time no see.
Todd Manning has done a lot of things in his life, but he did not murder Margaret Cochran.
Margaret Cochran's death was no accident, and whether you like it or not, the evidence says Todd Manning killed her. So I think you should sell your conspiracy theory elsewhere.
Oh, I will.
I'm supposed to do what you say?
But only if you want you and Todd and little Todd to be the family that you're so anxious to have.
What do you have in mind?
Well, why don't you let me have the gun and we'll talk about it.
No, if I give you this gun, you can blow me away.
Keep it then. It's all right. You can hang on to it. Go ahead. Have your baby right here in this rat-infested garbage dump. The choice is really yours to make. Good. It's okay. Very good choice. Margaret.
Well, I hope that I don't live to regret it.
Don't worry. You won't. I kept up my end of the bargain, Margaret. You didn't live to regret anything.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Hanukkah's coming up, and you really need to help Matthew with the candles. You know. Need to help me too.
You got a minute?
Oh, it looks that way. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just wondering if you had had an opportunity to peruse my application for the surgical fellowship.
With Dr. Truman,
You have a problem with it.
a little.
Okay, well, with all due respect, Dr. Miller, my qualifications are second to none.
Michael. My problem is not with your qualifications.
Then what's the problem?
Well, have you considered what it means to work with only one physician?
Well, when the one physician is Dr. Truman, I mean, I personally can't think of a better surgeon.
Yeah, we both know that Dr. Truman is an extraordinary physician, but on a personal level,
What?
I would just have to advise you not to get too involved with him.
So you're going to reject my application because you don't like him personally?
No. I'm not going to reject your application. Just think about what I said.
Thank you, Dr. Miller. Thank you.
Oh, you may want to save your thanks. I'll approve your application. The rest is Spencer's call.
Yes.
All for you, Blair. I did it all for you.
You take the cake. Kill a pregnant woman, and they get all offended when someone calls you on it.
I don't even know he's really mine.
That's because you haven't seen him yet. Just wait until he's born, and then you'll see him, and you'll know that he's your son. You're gonna fall in love with him.
You know, you could be right.
I knew it. I knew I got through to you.
I just might fall in love with him. That's why I can never ever see him.
Just like I said I would.
Look, sir, I was just
I
about...
like that. Sir, a little respect, or maybe fear.
I was just about to go to the airport.
Actually, you're not. Nice of you to ask about Claudia.
It felt a little,
hypocritical? To inquire after the health of someone you drove to a breakdown?
I never meant to hurt her.
Oh, I see. You decided to scam my daughter, seduce my daughter, to betray my daughter, but you never meant to hurt her.
I was a very different person back then.
A stupid person? Do you know how I made all the money you wanted so much?
Corporate takeovers.
Here's what I learned. Before you decide to take something that belongs to someone else, you have to assess what they will do when you take it. Will they slink away with their tail between their legs, or will they seek, let's call it, retribution? And if they seek retribution, how successful will they be? Just how much can they hurt you?
Mr. Rustin.
You didn't do your homework. You didn't leave yourself a proper exit strategy. As a result, your first casualty was the loss of your de-stemming machine.
You burned my de-stemmer.
You know, I couldn't help but to notice that the one you chose, the model you chose, was just like the one I had in my vineyard. Did you buy it? Did you buy it with the money that you stole from my daughter?
Mr. Reston, there's somebody who really needs me right now.
You know, women need you like they need puff addicts. You know what I really hate about you? My questions are not rhetorical. Why do I hate you?
How did I get to your daughter?
A partial answer. You know, you hurt somebody that is so much better than you. You inflicted pain on somebody that you can't even feel yourself. You can't know what you did to Claudia's soul because you don't have one. She loved you, and you're incapable of love. How's your arm feel right now?
It hurts.
Yeah, well, we've only just begun. So, when you feel that the pain is unbearable, you realize you're win. That's what you did to Claudia's soul.
Bring it on.
I know more about you than you want me to know.
Well, what I know about you is you want me gone.
No, that's not true. I don't want you gone. But I don't want you in control.
Not your call.
I have older personalities. And the fact is that there are things that they know and things that they can do, but the fact is they cannot handle the whole picture.
That's not true.
Well, it is. And my alters are proof. I don't want you gone in the same way I don't want Nikki gone because she's a part of me. But I also don't want her in control because when she is in control, she does not allow me to exist.
Jessica didn't save my life. I saved hers.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you know that I thank God that you were there to save her?
You don't mean that.
You know, I've been thinking. When Jessie was about 4 years old, I walked into this library and Jessica was walking up and down on the sofa in her shoes. And I said to her she had to stop that and get down. And she looked at me and stuck her little chin out and she said, "Sofas are not as important as little girls." That was you, wasn't it?
You had a lot of rules.
And you taught me what matters and what's not important. You are my daughter, and I love you. And I love you because you're funny. Mostly I love you because you bore the pain that Jessica couldn't handle. The thing is, that pain is still with you. And now it's time for it to go away. Not you, the pain.
Okay, that's enough. Stop talking.
You think that talking about it is going to make it more real, but in fact, talking about it is what will make it start to go away. Tess.
Said my name.
Please tell me what happened.
You know what, Mommy? Maybe I'll just do that.
All right, Tess. I want you to just close your eyes. Now just remember, you're a little girl, and the woman you know is Nikki Smith, the woman who looks like your mother, but has absolutely nothing to do with her, has forced you to go to this bar with her. Now tell me you recall this.
Sure.
Okay. Where were you?
I was sitting in the corner by myself.
And where's Nikki?
She's dancing with some loser.
And what are you doing?
Trying to make bunny rabbit ears out of swizzle sticks, but people keep on bothering me.
What were they doing that was bothering you?
They were asking what a little kid is doing in a bar.
What'd you tell them?
You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do this. Sorry.
No, Tess, it's okay. You're safe here.
If you're implying that you think I'm scared, I'm not, okay?
No, of course you're not.
Look, just what's stopping you from telling me what you remember?
Because I don't have anything more to say.
She's playing us. Maybe we should just bring Jess back.
What, you gonna put me back in my room, big boy?
You know what? I want to talk to Jessica right now.
Well, people in hell want ice water. Forget it. I'm not going anywhere.
Come in.
Is this a bad time?
Dr. McMahon, no, not at all. Come on in. What can I do for you?
I was wondering, you haven't seen my application for the surgical fellowship, have you?
You know what? I was just going over that, as a matter of fact.
Okay, well, listen, I don't mean to be pushy, but I talked to Dr. Miller, and she said that she'd sign off on it, so...
Your qualifications are excellent, Michael. No other applicant even came close.
You're kidding, right?
Fellowship is yours, if you want it.
It's mine. I don't even know what to say.
A simple thank you would suffice?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Dr. Truman. And let me tell you, you are not going to regret this. I promise.
Look, Spencer, I'm sorry.
No.
The nurse said that you were alone.
No. It's fine. Really, I was just on my way out. I've got like 1,000 people to call again. Thank you.
You got it.
So much.
All right, my pleasure.
You seemed happy.
And you don't. What's happened?
Oh, Spencer, I need your help.
A couple of times a week, I come and I sit and I talk to Nora. Doesn't seem to be doing much good.
I come here for myself as much as for her. I miss her. I miss her. I miss her advice.
She's good at advice, isn't she?
I've got some news, a development in a case. I'd give anything to discuss it with her.
What case is it?
Todd Manning.
Well, she certainly never had a use for him. That's for sure.
I can't screw this up. I'd be letting her down.
You're not gonna screw it up. And you know, if you ever need a sounding board, I'm here.
I can't talk with it. I can't talk about it with anyone outside the DA's office.
I understand.
But, it's sweet of you to offer.
Well, I'll help you any way I can. You know that?
Well, Todd found out some new information, stuff that about Margaret that he didn't know before.
Really? Like what?
Now, this stays between us, right?
Of course.
Okay. Well, you know how Margaret said that she couldn't swim. Well, Todd found out from somebody else that Margaret's a champion swimmer. She has trophies and everything.
And so?
Well, they were on that boat together in the middle of that lake. And Todd told Margaret, I don't want anything to do with you or that baby. And she jumped overboard. Well, he jumped overboard to save her, but she went under. I mean, he thought. But she must have swam all the way to the shore or something.
And then something really happened and she actually
Yeah.
died for real,
Yeah.
right? You know, Blair, it's difficult to be accidentally strangled.
That's exactly what that DA said, the little twerp.
You've been talking to Hughes
Yeah,
about
I
that?
went over to him, and he didn't have anything to do with me. I think he's using this case to make a name for himself.
So you said you wanted my help.
I want you to prove the DA wrong. I want you to prove that Todd is innocent.
Okay. Not ready to wake up yet, so you rest. Matthew and I will figure out the whole, the lighting of the candles together. And I did buy him a book for his first night of Hanukkah present. The Once and Future King. I remember you said that you couldn't wait to read that to him. So he's gonna have a good holidays. Don't worry. Your son's gonna be fine.
Todd said that you offered to be a medical expert for the defense. Now, we'd like to take you up on that offer.
So what aspect would you like for me to try to dispute?
Well, I want you to prove that Margaret wasn't strangled, that she was choked to death some other way.
Oh, I don't think I can do that.
Why
Well,
can't
I've
you?
read the medical examiner's report. Her hyoid bone was crushed.
But,
Her
Spencer...
oxygen was cut off, Blair. Someone had their hands around her throat. You understand? Someone very strong, most likely a man.
Well, it wasn't Todd.
Well, can you think of anyone else who it might be?
Margaret was a very sick, destructive woman. I bet a lot of men wanted her dead. I just have to find out the one that had the most to gain from it.
Of course. Listen, I'm due at rounds, okay? So if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, I'm so sorry. You're
okay.
bothering you.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Look, I appreciate you being honest with me, though.
It's all right, just try not to give up hope, all right? These things usually have a way of working themselves out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, thanks.
Who do you think you are?
Somebody who's not going to be shoved around by you.
Dr. Fox, you got to do something.
Mr. Buchanan, I'm afraid I can't force this.
Well, can't you snap her out of it?
I'm sorry, there's been a complication. This is the danger and risk we all took by doing this. I'm sorry.
You know, he's right, because he has Jessica under hypnosis. He has no control over Tess.
Smart cookie.
I have a patient waiting back in my office. I really need to go. There's nothing more I can really do
Of
here.
course. Of course. Do not let the door hit you in the ass on the way out, Doc.
You can't just leave her like this.
I'm sorry. I'll call you guys later.
Antonio, it's all right. We'll see Jessie again.
Not if she has something to say about it. Whoever you are, you're still my daughter, and you're not leaving this house.
I wouldn't dream of it. Actually, I'm gonna sit down right here and wait for Nash to come back.
Maybe I couldn't protect my daughter, but I can make sure that she was your very last conquest.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live. On the next One Life to Live.
You have to know we're not giving up on Jessica.
As far as you and my sister go, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I'm not gonna give up on us, Natalie. I'm not gonna give up on